It all started with the Saiyan being sent to Earth. That Saiyan was Goku. The rest of the Saiyan race, excluding the Prince, Goku's brother, and a few others scattered in there, were completely destroyed by this man, Frieza. For the longest time, it was thought that Frieza's paranoia led to the destruction of the Saiyan race. He was scared that this race could become more powerful than him, and so the narrative was he destroyed them on his own free will. However, as we later get introduced to characters in the series, we find out that that's not entirely true. It was actually Beerus who put the destruction of the Saiyan race into Frieza's mind. The person who is now friends with the last two remaining Saiyans ordered the destruction of their home planet. For some reason, Beerus saw the Saiyans as a threat or something, but he wanted to get rid of them too, just as much, if not more, than Frieza, which is weird now that you look at it. The two Saiyans that made it out alive are the only ones in the universe that are closing the gap in power between the gods of destruction. So, why did Beerus want this? He can at least tolerate Goku and Vegeta now, so to think that he wanted their entire race wiped out, it's an interesting topic, especially when you realize that he specifically now doesn't want Vegeta to find out about this.
Well, I wonder what the Prince would do if he knew you authorized Planet Vegeta's destruction from the start.
Shh, keep that under wraps.
There are many reasons why Beerus would have wanted the original Saiyans gone, and why he's keeping it a secret now. Back in the day, a Saiyan to a god was like a cockroach. At the time, the strongest of their people wasn't even comparable to one of Frieza's mid-tier soldiers. However, there were lots of them. Over time, their power would rise, and they were all killing machines. If all the Saiyans were left to reach their full potential, and they were all monsters, Universe 7 would have been in serious trouble. An entire race with the potential of Goku and Vegeta would be a scary thing for even a god of destruction. When Vegeta says the Saiyans are the strongest race in the universe, he's telling the truth. Beerus told Frieza to do this because billions of Super Saiyans with the mentality of a barbarian would have thrown the universe completely out of order, and at the end of the day, that's what Beerus's job is. It's to maintain balance in the universe. Why didn't he do it himself? Well, maybe that's why Universe 7 was ranked so low on the mortal scale. Beerus is a pretty lazy guy, and if he can outsource destruction to someone like Frieza, he absolutely will. Of course, at the time, he probably didn't think much of it. He met with King Vegeta a few times, and he didn't think much of him. It was clear he didn't like him very much, probably another reason why he had no problem with them being wiped out. To this day though, Vegeta still doesn't know the truth. He went from thinking it was an asteroid that collided with the planet to Frieza doing it of his own free will, but in reality it was Beerus all along, the person that Whis is training him to eventually surpass. Check out my video on Whis' #1 student for more info on that. In the story Dragon Ball AF Origins, even though it's a fan-made story, it actually reaffirms the stance that Beerus was thinking the same thing as Frieza, but was just too lazy to carry it out. So it's gotta be an awkward situation now, not knowing that Goku and Vegeta would go on to be what they are, but they're pretty much living right next to the god of destruction, and Beerus has been keeping this secret this entire time. The last thing he wants is Vegeta to find out about this, because what would happen if Vegeta found out about this in the future? It could be a start of a serious conflict between Vegeta and Beerus, and who knows, by then, Vegeta might be strong enough to step up and actually take him down. In Dragon Ball Super, in the beginning, when Whis tells Beerus about what happened to Frieza and Planet Vegeta, he really doesn't think anything of it. For him, it was just another planet that needed to be taken care of. However, it's interesting to note that he starts having premonitions and dreams of a Super Saiyan God. It's almost the same thing as what happened to Frieza. He is dreaming of a Saiyan rising up and being able to challenge him. And it's no coincidence that the first vision that we ever got of a Super Saiyan God was a silhouette of Vegeta. Could be a huge foreshadowing there. Anyway, that's why Beerus ordered the Saiyan extinction. An entire race that could potentially be on Goku's level would be a scary thought. But it could be one of those things that in the long term could come back to be Beerus' biggest ever mistake. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next Dragon Ball video. Peace, peace.